Hi, Bug.
Hi, Bug.
Hi, Bugs.
This is my girlfriend. I almost said my girlfriend, Lauren. That's when you know you've said this intro
A lot of times.
This is my girlfriend, Alyssa.
And this is my girlfriend, Alyssa. Oh, Lauren.
And today, we're talking about red flags and green flags you should look for in potential partners / your current relationship. But before we get into the video, are you subscribed?
Did you like this video?
Did you comment?
Major green flag is when two girls in love have a YouTube channel. Slay, Bug Mamas.
And did you ding that little bell to get notified every time we post? Because we are posting every Wednesday. And hey,
did you take a look with your eyeballs at our social media, which is right up there, folks.
I love socials. What
So
can
do
I say?
I mean, they're fabulous. We do most of our posting on our TikToks, our Instagrams. So
Our TikToks, our Instagram. Like you said it, you were like, oh.
well, it's much easier to make a 60-second video than
a 10 to 30 minute
YouTube video. And that's all there is to it.
Maybe that's a red flag.
Maybe that is a red flag.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's start with the negative.
Let's do it.
Red flags.
Yeah,
Go
let's
first,
do it.
baby.
Okay, my first red flag is...
I'm intrigued to see if we put the same things also. Because we made lists separately, so we'll see if we have any of the same.
My first red flag is twofold. And it is when you are really nervous to talk to somebody about something because of their track record and how you feel that they're going to react. This isn't like...
Yeah.
This isn't like made up fear in your head, like, I'm nervous to talk to them about this, I don't know how they'll react. This is fear as in like, I know that usually when I try and bring up an issue with this person, it is not gonna go well. They are going to want to continue the argument, they are going to want to win the argument, and it's not worth it to bring it up because they're gonna flip it back on me.
I think the idea of winning an argument is a red flag.
Yes.
I feel like it should be like, we are both happy with the outcome, not I'm right, you're wrong, you're stupid, I'm smart.
I think it's either like, with people like this, it's like winning the argument, or it's like, as soon as you bring up any issue, that will just leave you.
Yeah, you don't want to be nervous going to your partner. That's a really good one.
I think it's really important that you feel comfortable, even if you feel like maybe you're being stupid, to just be able to get it out and have a mature discussion about things.
Absolutely. You want to be able to like talk out your feelings.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Thanks, baby.
My first red flag is when people are overly possessive and jealous. I totally get being like, this is my girlfriend, I love her.
Yes.
But something that I take issue with particularly is when like significant others get jealous over friendship time or like you pursuing your own activities without them.
Yeah. It's not a knock on them just because you have a life outside of them.
You don't want your whole life to be your partner. As much as I love Alyssa, if my whole life was Alyssa, it's completely in her hands. If she breaks up with me, I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
I don't want all of my friends to be through Alyssa. I don't want all of my activities to be through Alyssa.
And you also don't want like all of your emotions to come from me.
Yes.
Because that is a really unhealthy dynamic. That puts a lot of pressure on me, metaphorically.
Yeah. But I feel like people who are overly jealous, overly possessive, it's an immediate red flag from me. And I also think it's immature. I think it's immature and it shows like a lack of security in themselves.
It's a lack of trust, and it's like, why would you, obviously you need to build trust in a relationship, but why would you be immediately suspicious of somebody? Why would that be your first instinct? That's probably a problem within you. Maybe you were disloyal, or maybe you've been in bad experiences before.
Yeah.
And that's something that your partner can reassure you on, but not constantly.
Yeah, that is a red flag from me, mama.
That is a ginormous red flag. My next red flag is people who call their exes crazy. And this includes like people who were like, my friends were crazy, so we stopped being friends. Like people who are constantly having friendship breakups. Like they could have never been in a relationship before, but they've had a ton of friendship breakups. That's something that's always gonna make me a little suspicious, because of course we've all gone through things with our friends and maybe have not stayed friends with people, but for somebody who you're dating to consistently like struggle in their relationships,
to hold friends,
to hold friends or to hold romantic relationships, there's probably a reason, unfortunately.
Yeah, even, I mean, everybody's had some weird experience. You could even be like, yeah, I had one bad experience that was a really big blowout. I had two.
Yeah.
But if it's like, I'm turning over friends every year.
Yeah.
They're the issue.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're the issue.
And they're not going to understand that they're the issue.
No. And you're going to become one of the people that they drop next. And then you're going to be the crazy ex.
Yeah. It's like if they are calling somebody who is very close to them crazy, then probably they would call you crazy and a host of other rude names.
Yeah. We were ideally looking for someone who has good relationships with their friends. Yeah. Even if they're not really great with their exes. Like, move on, girl. Stop bringing up the exes.
Yeah, why should it be, like, usually they should be able to recognize that in their relationships that have ended, they've at least partially played a part. If it has been like a normal standard relationship.
Absolutely.
You know? Obviously, like, weird circumstances not included in that.
Or even acknowledging, like, yeah, this person treated me in a crazy way, but they had this circumstance. You know what? Maybe we were young. Like, whatever. Their mental health was weird. Like, whatever. There was a weird situation. They're not just like, this is a bad person.
This is a bad person who was evil to me. I don't know. I'm just suspicious of that because I feel like even with people in my life who've wronged me, I've been like, I bet they're different now. Like, I bet it was just like growing up in weirdness and
absolutely.
So,
all right, my next red flag. Someone who, like, this is, I put 3 phrases here. They dim your shine. They put you in a bad mood often. They make you feel constricted. Yeah. So I would say, like, when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about a person who their energy transfers onto you and it makes you feel like doo-doo. Yes. Whether they're like always negative, always hyper anxious, always looking for the bad side of things, like hyper pessimistic. That is a red flag because that energy is draining. Yes. That is a draining energy and it's not going to make you a better person. It's not going to be helpful to your relationship. They need to go, like, get some help because that's not good for them either. No, I think it is really hard when you love somebody so much and they just cannot step up for you in that way. I think, like, the dimming your sparkle part is really huge. Especially in straight relationships. But I just think, like, so often it's like somebody who, like, plans something really fun and then, like, the other person is just like, well, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go. Yeah. And it's just like, can't we just, like, do something? It's very, like, Carrie and Mr. Big. It's like, can't we just, like, do something fun for once? Yeah. Like, can't we just, like... Yeah, I feel like there's always an issue in relationships that are red flaggy, where it's like, I could literally give you the world on a silver platter and you'd be mad that the platter isn't gold, right? Yeah. Like, always looking for that negative, always, like, tamping down the happiness. No.
We always say that you should generally be happy in your relationship. Yeah. Like, it should generally be making you happier.
Yes. Most of the time. Yeah. A fat majority of the time. Yeah. You should be happy because of your relationship, not sad. Yeah. Or anxious or angry
or fearful or
upset
whatever.
Or
yeah. That's a good one, baby.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
What's your next one, girl?
My next one is... Okay. So, this is controversial. I don't even know if this is controversial. But... I do think that using your mental health as an excuse to be bad to somebody is not good. I think mental health issues are very real, and I do think that some days are going to be better than others, right? But you should never blame mistreating somebody on your mental health, especially if you're not, like, trying to work on your mental health. Yeah. If you're not getting help and you're just being mean to somebody because you're anxious or because you're depressed or whatever, it's not good.
I think that's hard. I think when that's happening, a lot of times it's like the person doesn't want to, like, actively work on themselves and reflect on themselves. So they're like, I acted that way because of X reason. And X reason is not changeable. But everything is changeable. Even if it's like, I'm even acknowledging, like, I did it because of that. That doesn't make it right.
Yes.
That's leagues.
Well, I think it's also like there are going to be moments where your mental health is struggling and maybe you're going to lash out at somebody. Like, that's totally normal.
Absolutely.
As long as it's not a consistent thing and as long as you're trying not to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's all right. Like, because, I mean, there are moments where we've had, like, little snaps at each other. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just don't think that anybody should be... I just don't like excuses.
It shouldn't be a habit.
You can give a reason, but it shouldn't be an excuse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I do like when people I do like when people explain to me why they've done me wrong.
No, I agree.
I want to understand. I don't think that people usually are not trying to hurt other people's feelings, right?
Yeah.
So it's good to know the reason so you can avoid it in the future.
And it also shows that they're reflecting on how they're treating you.
Yeah,
right?
But it shouldn't just be like, I'm so this, I'm so that, and that's why I'm doing it, and it's gonna continue to happen. That's not okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because then it just like lowers the bar of treatment.
And then it puts their mental health onto you.
Yeah.
Which is not,
also, but
you can't, they're not a doctor.
Above yours.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you being mistreated is not good for your mental health.
Yeah.
Anyway, all of this to say,
try to be good to people.
Try to be good to people, and if people
be good to yourself.
are habitually treating you bad and blaming it on their mental health, they need to work on themselves. They should not be engaging in a relationship with you at this time.
Yeah.
And I don't think
I hate to say it.
Yeah. No.
Well, no, I think it's just hard because mental illness is such a real thing, but at the end of the day, everybody has excuses for everything, and we all just have to try.
I think it's also hard when people are really
other.
young and like either undiagnosed or like not on meds or like not in therapy, and I think it could be easy to be like, that's just how I am, babe.
Yeah.
But it's like
no, you can be different. We can all make changes.
We're not asking you to be completely A-okay 100% all the time. We're asking you to attempt to be a little inch better than what you are right now.
Yeah, to just strive for better, strive for growth.
Mm-hmm.
Zoop onto the green flags.
Oh no, I have one more red flag, mama.
Oh, you do?
My last red flag is when someone isn't proud of you, when they are not showing you off, when they're not excited to introduce you to their friends, their fam, unless there's like a weird relationship with their fam, but like their friends,
but their community.
Like someone should be excited to be like, this is my partner.
Yeah.
And if they're not, get out of there.
No.
Get out of there.
I think that it's so important to see the way that somebody lives their life, and if they're not inviting you in, then you don't know them at all because you're not seeing how they live their day to day.
Period. And you don't know who they're spending their time with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta know who they're spending, and they should want to get to know your people as well.
Absolutely. Okay. Green flags.
Green flags. So my first green flag is kind of similar. It's like the opposite side of the coin of your last red flag, which is that somebody should be trying to build you into their life.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be spending all of your time alone.
No.
Like, I know that when you're first starting to date somebody, you're like in your love nest and you like hole up and you're like, I only want to see this person and I only want to spend all my time with this person, and like that's maybe do that for like a month. But then you should be seeing how they are in their life, and they should be seeing how you are.
Yeah. No,
It's
I think
pretty much the same as the last one. But
hey, isn't that how these go? It's just
true.
opposites.
It's just opposites. I think that it is good.
Period. It is good.
It is good.
My first green flag is when someone makes an effort to not only learn, but utilize your love language if it's different than theirs.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I think that learning someone's love language is so helpful and so useful, and even if it's not typically the way you give love, if that's the way your partner receives love, you gotta make an adjustment. And I feel like it's so incredibly worth it to make that adjustment so your partner can feel appreciated and loved and cared for. I feel like that's such a green flag.
I mean,
people go out of their way to do that.
I also just think like you should feel honored that your partner is discussing things like that with you and like trying to make your relationship better as well as easier by being like, this is what I need.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to like shift some things around to give you what you need. So I think it's really important to like honor them in at least trying. Like if somebody's like, I love getting gifts, like that doesn't necessarily mean they like need the most expensive thing. I feel like usually people who are like that want to like receive something sentimental. And if somebody's like, I love physical touch, like go for it.
Go for it, mama.
Go for it, mama. There are so many different ways to make somebody feel loved. Obviously, don't do anything you're uncomfortable with, but I think there are ways to achieve like every single different love language within your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, I think the best relationship has a mix of all of them.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, love languages are like a made up thing, right? So like there's so many ways outside of that to show somebody that you care about them and to be cared for. So yeah, you should be doing all of them are good, right?
All of them are good.
All of them are good,
I like doing all of them. I like receiving of all of them.
I hate quality time. Get your hands off me, woman.
Okay, next green one.
Next green one. Here's the thing, y'all. You can be like so attracted to somebody and I'm gonna
watch that clip again.
Roll it back, rip their clothes off, and you can have such good romantic chemistry with somebody, but if there's not a friendship and a fun and playful dynamic as well, like even outside of the flirting, like you need to want to spend time together. You need to have that friendship.
Yeah, green flag is like friendship in your relationship.
Yeah, friendship and romantic coming together to build a love.
I'm always intrigued when I meet couples, and it's not often, but it is usually straight couples where it's like obvious that they like don't talk or like
they don't want to hang
out with each other other than like in a romantic context. It's like, what do y'all talk about?
And I feel like it's very much like, I know there are still young people who are like this, but it feels like it's of a past generation to be like, I hate my wife and my husband's the worst and I wish he dies before me. Like,
I hate that.
It's so let's just say nauseating to see that.
Funny. Let's just say nausea. I'm obsessed with you today.
I love you.
That is so funny.
I just think that that's not a life. Like
I know, spend time together. I literally always am like. I'm like Alyssa.
Like how?
I want us to die in the same breath.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend a minute without her.
We're gonna live forever, and
first of all, we're living forever. Immortal bug mamas.
We are trying to.
If anybody knows a vampire, let us know.
We would like to live forever. But I don't get it. I think you've got to be able to. It's so important to like each other.
If you can't make a fan cam of your lover with the song "You've Got a Friend in Me,"
yeah, exactly. Like I'm excited to see Lauren every single day, and I think people that I know that are in, I feel like all my friends who are in relationships are in pretty good relationships, because if people are in bad relationships, I think it's really hard for me to spend time with them and their partner. But I feel like everybody's very excited about each other.
We're so lucky.
Still be excited. We're very lucky, and we have lovely friends and they have lovely partners. So
next green flag. This kind of relates back to one thing you said earlier, and it's they listen to you when you're upset, and even if it's about them, they don't get defensive immediately.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's very easy for us to get defensive, especially if we feel like we didn't mean to hurt someone's feelings.
Well, it's like their feelings are hurt, but then to hear something bad about yourself is hard.
Yeah, I think this is like one of the best lessons that Alyssa has taught me as a partner, is like, even if I don't understand if I've done something that's upset her, even if I don't understand how it upset her, I think hearing her out and comforting her as a partner first is more important than, I think in past relationships, I'd want to be like, well, I shouldn't have hurt your feelings. Well, that shouldn't have hurt. Well, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately, like, being with Alyssa has taught me, like, it doesn't matter if you're right. It doesn't matter what your intention was if the outcome still is upsetting.
Well, yeah, it's like if you care about somebody, you care about how they're feeling, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, even if, I think so often, I think one of the weirdest things about like being human is that sometimes in your brain, you're like, we want to feel different, but we also are like, everybody else thinks exactly the way that I do, and if they're not thinking the way that I do, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Or they must understand exactly what I'm saying, because my brain is the one that works right. But then you're also like, I'm special. I'm so special.
Yeah.
And so I think that a lot of people that I've interacted with in my life just can't see other people's perspectives.
Yeah.
And even if you can't see other people's perspectives, you just got to respect them.
Yeah.
And if you care about the person and you want them in your life, you're going to have to be nice.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I just think it's really important if somebody's feelings are hurt, like that's the worst thing. And sometimes people's feelings are gonna hurt. Yeah. But I just mean like if somebody's coming to you and saying that their feelings are hurt and it's not like doing anything bad to you to be like, I'm sorry for doing that, like how can I be better, then you should.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't gotta understand it to respect it and take action. And also you can reflect on it later and try and figure out and understand it. But in the moment, it's a green flag.
Yeah. And then obviously like that doesn't count for like if somebody's doing something evil to you.
Yeah, no, if they're being if they're being like whack or like
you can be like, get out!
Yeah, you could be like, get out of my house! Get your hands off me!
We're over!
Give me your green flag, baby.
My final green flag. So I wrote down like shoulders your burdens for you and you do the same for them. I feel like relationships, like you want to like usually be on the same page, but a lot of the time, like if one of you is having a bad day, usually it's only one of you having a bad day. And if like, for instance, if you're having a bad day, your partner should be able to sort of pick up some slack and take care of you. And if they're having a bad day, you should pick up some slack and try and cheer them up. I think we're both really good at turning days around for each other.
Yeah.
And I think that especially as a woman, it can feel really hard when to like let somebody else take care of you. But ideally in your relationship, you should get to a point where you feel safe enough to be like, I feel sad for no reason, or I feel sad for this reason, and I'm just sad today and I don't want to do anything and I just feel like crap. And your partner should be able to be like, okay, like let's put on your favorite show, or like let's get us a treat or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you feel better, whatever helps you, they should be able to fill in the gaps a little bit. And it might not make the day perfect, might still be a bad day, but it makes it a lot lighter.
They're like your like support throughout the day. Like if you're not holding yourself up, they hold you up a bit.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Thanks, Go. You always do that for me.
You do it for me, girl. The other day, I was sad and for no reason. And
isn't that
one of my favorite things that we have implemented in our relationship that I would love to share with you because I think it is so goofy and so fun is I was sad for no reason, and so Alyssa was like, put on any song. And so I went on my Spotify and I clicked on a song and then she danced for me. She danced around our room and was
not
just, like
not in like a raunchy way.
No,
like in a silly
in a
way.
goofy way.
Dance.
It was like a silly, like she was mouthing the words and like dancing, and it literally made my entire day like 180. I was so pleased after that. I was giggling, we were laughing. It's just like, it's goofy. Sometimes it doesn't have to be like this big grand gesture.
Yeah, you don't have to like buy a lobster dinner. Like it can be like as small as a dance.
As small as a little dance to a random song. Okay, my last green flag. Oh, okay. And this is to a point. They want the best for you, even if it's not ideal for them. Even if it's not the perfect situation for them, they want the best for you. For example, this is just an example.
Okay.
I really wanted to take a trip this year to New Orleans. I'm taking the trip. Alyssa's gonna miss me, of course, but she's not like, stay home. Don't go on your trip that I'm not going on. She's not like holding me back. She's like, you know what? You've wanted to do this for a long time.
Yeah, she's never gone on a trip on her own.
Gone on a trip on your own. She's like encouraging me, even though she's gonna miss me while I'm gone.
Yeah, and I don't sleep well at night
when I'm not there.
It's true, I don't.
But like, even if it like isn't their perfect ideal situation, they still want what makes you happy and what's best for you. And obviously nothing to their detriment, but like, I'm sure in an ideal world, Alyssa and I would spend every day together. But it's not an ideal world. We live in the real world, and sometimes I'm gonna want to go do stuff even if Alyssa's not there.
Exactly. Yeah. Like,
but that's rare because I want to do it.
It's true. It's true. I feel like it's important that even if maybe something inconveniences your partner, or they would rather be spending time with you, or whatever have them, that they still support you, especially if it's something that's important to you.
Yeah. Absolutely. You want like a partner who is willing to put their more trivial needs aside for your bigger needs.
Yes, and you should do the same, obviously.
Obviously. Okay, I
think this was a great discussion.
No, that was fun. I feel like we haven't done like a sit down advice minute. Advice what?
Oh,
we haven't done an advice video in a minute.
And the sun is setting outside.
Oh, I'm so sleepy.
We're tired.
We're gonna go watch a show. We're gonna get our food. I'm pleased.
We're gonna eat some chicken salad. I like you so much. Thanks for doing this with me.
Thank you. Make sure you are subscribed.
Make sure that you like this video.
Make sure that you comment what we said earlier.
Make sure that you ding 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 that bell for post notifications, because we are posting every Wednesday. And hey, take a look at our socials right up there, because we are doing fun stuff on social media.
I like you, girl.
I like you so much.
Also, if you're watching this, the Discord that I have opened is now open.
Yes.
I will pop the link in the little bio so you can join if you're interested in Discord. And thanks for watching, y'all.
Thanks so much for watching.
I like you.
I like you.
You're all green flags, baby.
You're all green flags. Green flag dressed like a red flag. Anyways.
What does that even mean?
That's because I'm wearing red.
Oh. I was like, wearing a weird
like, what does that even mean?
Red flag.
Red flag.
Okay, I love you, girl.
Don't yell at me. I love you.
I never would.
I know. Okay, bye, bug.
Bye, bug.
Bye, bugs.